let us thank, don't say anything yet, don't applaud, our host, our beautiful host, Julie. Why did she choose that place? Because she's working with the power of beauty. This place is beautiful, and the power of beauty makes every business go much stronger and much better, and it's an eternal thing which will always be with us. But it's not only Julie, it's always somebody's only as good as her or anybody as the team around you. The team is extremely important, and she has the qualities and the skills to put this team around her. And thank you to the team and to Julie, our fantastic, beautiful, magnificent host. So it's no coincidence that she has chosen this magnificent place in Greece. And actually, I just met a woman who has a Greek name, but I come back to you in a second. The Greeks were already so refined and advanced, and that's really unbelievable, that they created a word which combines the meaning of beautiful and good. Who is Greek? I need a Greek person here because I cannot really pronounce it. Chris, come here, quick. It's your time. It's I mean, everybody's going to be involved tonight with the thing. So, good. See,
Kalos, kagathos.
and this means, yes, and spiritual. And the Greeks already had this word for beauty. It's unbelievable. So they created it. It combines the physical and the spiritual spirituality. Maybe they were closer to the metaverse than we thought. A harmonious ensemble. Hey, change the picture. Or the voice. He's leaving. He's having drinks. Yes. So maybe I should say it. So here you see something amazing. The Greeks used beauty for peace and war. Yes, can you take that? Why? What did they do? Paris gave the golden apple to Aphrodite. Here's Aphrodite. During the Trojan Wars. So, not because she was the most beautiful one, no, because Hera and Athena were much more beautiful, but Aphrodite was a goddess of sexuality and charm. Well, that's pretty good, no? And she, so she had Paris in her hands. So he gave the golden apple to her, and I think this was the first beauty and model contest in the world. Change picture. Change picture. Where are you? I mean, he's leaving all the time, and and he's not even Greek. No, no. So, okay. So the ancient Greeks, they do know a thing or two about beauty, which we should never forget because they were so advanced. Which is you can hold that. I have that already. See, some of the things.
Forget the speech.
This is a live performance, guys. In a second I'm going to dance for you, but I do everything. So no, take it.
So
Give it
where we
this.
are,
It
here
doesn't
we are.
It doesn't matter where we are. So now you hold it a little, and like I'm used to the teleprompter, as you can tell, but there's no teleprompter. So next pitch. No, not the next picture yet. So that's great. Oh, you're a great audience, actually. I love you. I love you already. But you're gonna. I need you in a second. So many years ago, and I talk about the perception of beauty. There was this big model contest all over the world, and a lot of girls, young girls, applied. Then there were the finals, and the judges. So there were 20 people in the finals. So who was number 3 of this huge contest? I don't remember. Who was number 2? The runner-up. Huge contest. I mean, important for models to become somebody. I don't remember. But who was number 1? I have no idea. But I remember number 10. Why do I remember number 10? Because She had something special, and she was about to become the biggest star in the world. When she was a teenager, she wanted to have a mole next to her lips removed because she hated it. She didn't even want to come to this contest. And what happened? She made, and how, that's how we redefine beauty. She made a beauty mark out of a mole. So no one ever looks at a mole like a mole anymore. It's a beauty mark. And this was Cindy Crawford, successful model, supermodel, and entrepreneur. More power to her. I have to see what's next. No, I mean, they're all sleeping here. Can you put the picture on the next picture? Because it's a little, yeah, here. Beautiful imperfection, and that's what we are talking about. This is very much a speech towards, yet still have the Trojan Wars. So, so 7. Oh, it's about me. I remember. I remember that. So my name is Thomas Zeumer, or Zeumer, how they say in Germany, but in America it's all different. I maybe represented 500 models and talents and actors. I empowered thousands of women, but they empowered me as well. I made probably the biggest supermodels in the world who became the biggest names on earth. However, I even had a model who didn't become a supermodel. I found her in Slovenia, out of all places. I found her in Slovenia, and her name was Melania Trump, and she became the first lady. Come to me, you became the first lady. I mean, so it is, yeah, Melania. We redefined and defined beauty forever, because you have to reinvent yourself, all the time, no matter what age you are. I gave the tools to these women, the power of beauty. Don't clap yet. So beauty is a moving target, powerful but moody and full of surprises. Sorry, my hair was getting in my face. Shit happens. So I even got the chance to consult some countries and some rulers to create a perception of beauty for their countries. I made many stars, and the stars made me. Success is always a partnership. Did I use a formula, a feeling, or a vision? Can somebody study that? Let's find out. Oh, we forget all the pictures. The picture, there's a little picture of me. We can do. See, we didn't. So that was it was me, and then now the next picture. Yeah, it's so. Oh, yeah, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of people out there. They have unconventional looks. Actually, we all have, in one way or the other, an unconventional look. Even the Greeks, with their word, which we just said, they realized that. Because you would remember that, because you can't love what you don't remember. Because perfect beauty would be boring if it would exist. It's like the perfect business deal would be very boring. It does not exist. But things you can remember, you can love. So I'm asking you something now, and all these people I'm showing you now, they have something in common. They're all very successful. This guy in modeling, he's one of the big stars, and you can imagine how he had to struggle to make his look beautiful. I mean, so I'm asking you, what do you think about that? Do you find that attractive? You don't have to say anything. I know it's like really, or do you what triggers you about that? I mean, shocking. See, it's pretty. It's a very good answer. It's interesting. So I think the guy has like some real power when he looks in there, because he knows what he did. I mean, with this look, to become one of the biggest model right now in the world is amazing, no? So it doesn't matter if he's African or Asian or whatever. It's just the look, and but it shows that we don't like every look. So next picture. Sorry. So now I show you another picture. What do you think about? Is it attractive? Is it not attractive? Is it does it bother you? Does it trigger something? I see already how you look. Unique. It's unique. Yep. But unique is it's not. No one said beautiful. This woman is one of the top models in the world right now. Her name is Winnie Harlow. You see her confidence in her face because beauty comes, of course, from the inside. You have to show it to people. Listen, that's me and nobody else. And I mean, I think this woman is unbelievable. She's on every cover in the world, and it's unreal. Now, next picture. I don't even read what I wrote. Okay, who might that be? Oh, very good. Oh my God, you guys watching the shit shows here? No. I just wanted to see what kind of audience we have here. The cheap shows. Actually, it's so it's Kim Kardashian. You might hate her, you might like her. Most of the men don't like her, but you know what this woman did? She changed the definition of beauty, and she opened the world for models because she is very short. She's 4'9". She's 160, and she does fashion shows. So all of a sudden, it's open for millions of people to do the same. But what she did even more, she made something else sexy and beautiful. Picture. Oh, you know everything. How? Here, she made a big butt, beautiful, desirable, and sexy. I mean, and that, I have to tell you, Jennifer Lopez as well, I have to tell you, this is a great accomplishment because it inspires women. I mean, I think it's outstanding. Now, I show you another picture, if the guy is still there. Look at this beach. 2,000 kilometers of untouched beaches. Now I'm asking you guys, look at that. Would you, if this country says to you, would you work for this country and create an image for this country, how beautiful it is, how beautiful the beaches are, and everything else? Yes? Anybody else? It's beautiful. I mean, it's untouched beaches, very close to us, very, very close. Next picture. So now I show you my boss. That was my two bosses. I'm not dear Thomas. That's the Libyan. So I worked for 4 years for the Gaddafis and for Libya, and helped them to polish their image, with in their country, in their looks. I remade him a little. I didn't show that picture. They remade. He was on the cover of Vogue and stuff like that. He was a little difficult, but he told me. I'm sorry, but he told me something very, very interesting. So I had to go to the desert. He lives in tents to the desert, and so it was very special for me. So I'm walking through there to the tent, and I look around. Then they were all these bodyguards with Kalashnikovs, but they were all women, all women. I'm not talking like Playboy or whatever. I mean, no, I mean all women. So I come in there, and of course he sits a little higher than me, so I have to look up to the leader. And you don't even know if the guy is sleeping or not. He said some words, and I said, "May I ask you one question?" And he looks at me, and I thought, no. So I asked him, "Why do you have female bodyguards?" That's very interesting for everybody here. Great answer. He said, Thomas, females, you cannot bribe females with sex and money, and they would take bullets for me. And we know, we are very bribable, we men. I'm sorry, it's true. At least me with sex and money. So, but he had a good point. Think about that. And all my life, I just worked with women. So I never forget that. So now I have to look what else is there. I hope you're having fun a little. So The next thing is, next picture. How do we see ourselves? I'm not even reading that shit. So, but how do you, no, I'm kidding. No, it's not, it's really good stuff. How do we see ourselves? So, at one day, I hired a FBI trained sketch artist. You know what they do, the criminals and stuff like that and stuff. So we put them in our loft in New York City. So on one, he was sitting on one side. There was a curtain in between, and on the other side we put a model, really a good-looking model. So we asked her to describe her face. So he asked questions, you know, what color of hair do you have? What hairstyle? How does your nose look like? Your mouth, your skin, and so on and so forth. He made the sketch. And then I brought in a stranger, another woman, who looked at the girl for, 5 seconds, and then she had to describe her. And we did that over and over again. So how do we see ourselves? The results were unbelievable. The models described themselves in a way that they looked really awful, unattractive, anything you could think about it, but pictures which are like horrible. But the strangers, they described these pictures, these girls as beautiful, because a stranger sometimes can give you a much better opinion than anybody else, because he doesn't know, or she doesn't know, the luggage we carry with us. Let's say, our parents, they have a template about us in their minds. Our wives, our husbands, our friends, they think, how we should look. But sometimes it doesn't work for us. And there's a site called Ashley Madison. That's a site for having affairs secretly. And it says, it's a cheating affair. And why does that work so well? Because strangers meet each other and they tell each other the truth, because desires they have and things they would not tell their loved ones, because sometimes we don't know each other, even if we are married for 10 years or whatever, and we don't have the courage to talk about certain things. So we need one thing: we need to see our own beauty without luggage. Let's see. Look, I see you girls, you women, probably very different than your husbands. It's true, in very different eyes, because I see you fresh, and I don't know your past. I know a little about, Julie when she said it, but that's refreshing. So strangers tell you very often the truth, and I think we always should look out for people who don't know us, because we only can learn from them. So that was the I don't know what picture comes now, because now it gets really out there. Sorry for that. It's no, I'm not sorry. No. Oh, so there is an angle of beauty in everybody, and I always talk about that. We just don't know sometimes our angle of beauty. The strangers see it much better, but the best thing to invest in, and she knows it from her, work arts and stuff like that, it's our own stock. Our own stock. That's the most important thing to invest in ourselves, and not in anything else, regardless of how much money and time women spend on beauty products, treatments, and classes. Those things won't bring true happiness. What will bring happiness is self-confidence. And I'm the different. See, they're all eating and they're not giving me the pages. Yeah, but what the hell? I become a New Yorker in a second. Yeah, and that sounds very different then. So even the media influences us, our looks and stuff like that. Girls, don't be influenced by anybody, especially not about the people who are close to you. I know my mom always said when I was on TV, "Oh my God, your ears were so big, your nose is so long. Did you wash your hair and stuff like that?" I was nervous, So the only person I thought about sometimes when I was on TV was about my mom. That's why I was nervous. So I think we can alleviate all that stuff. So I have to look. Are you still there with me? Hey, yeah, okay. It's oh my God, it's that's when you play with with nature. Um, I think we need an. Oh my God, that's a great picture. Look at that. This guy is the most depressive German philosopher. I mean, depressive is not even. I mean, it's like unbelievable. But this is the cheapest anti-aging advice I've ever seen. Everybody who preserves the ability to recognize beauty will never get old. Please always remember that. I mean, it didn't help this guy, by the way. When he was 30, he looked like 100. But, but you know, at least he said something to us which was really, 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 really beautiful. That's, oh, I don't know what the next picture is. Oh, it was a little too early, but I take it. So the other day, a French photographer asked me, "Listen, Thomas, I have a shooting in the Hamptons, Southampton, Long Island. Can you come with me?" I said, I don't know, I don't want to go. I didn't want to sit with the guy, I mean, a French guy, talking non-stop to me. Because they always complain, the French, but what can I tell you? So I said, so who is the shooting for? He says, oh, it's going to be fantastic, Thomas. It's Christy Brinkley. I said, Christy Brinkley? Oh my God, I didn't even have an agency yet when she was a top model. And I never talk about age. And I said, Philip, she is like, far over 65. And he says, Thomas, it's a bikini shoot. I said, oh my God, cannot be good. No. So anyway, he convinced me to come. And it's a little early, this picture. He convinced me to come. And then, they went into a trailer, the makeup artist and, all the people and the hair and whatever. And then she stepped out of the trailer. And let me tell you, everybody here, when she came out of the trailer, I dropped dead. This girl, who is a Broadway performer, who's a top model, who is a mom, everything, she's 67 plus. And you know what I thought? You know the words. I'm sorry, we're all adults here. That's good. That could get me down now. You know the word MILF, no? No, but that's not, no, hold on. That's not what I thought. I thought GILF. You know what this means? The first name is grandmother. I mean, it's unbelievable, no? I mean, more power to her. Wouldn't you? That's all her. Yeah, that's the picture on the right. But isn't that great for all women? I mean, times have changed. You girls have surpassed us in the speed of light. You look better than us. You're unfortunately smarter. That's not so good. But you're sexier than us. You're more seductive in every age. I mean, it's not looking good for us, guys. I mean, more power to you. Next picture. That's and you can't be bribed. You can't be bribed. I have to see what's. That's a little early. But so, I don't know even where I am. So there's this woman who grew up in an orphanage in France. Cannot be good. So, but she learned one thing. She learned to see beauty and respect people. She became the most iconic designer in the world. Why? Because she had something which no one else had. So first thing, I forgot this one. That's what she said too. Personne ne jeune après 40 ans, mais on peut être irrésistible à tout âge. Meaning, you are not young anymore after 40, that's true, but you can be irresistible in any age. I mean, come on, bravo. That's true. Remember that. It is true. I mean, I love that. So this woman, and so this woman grew up in an orphanage, and what she designed, the most iconic designer in the world, what she designed was the little black dress, the little black dress, which we all have. I mean, most of the women in in the closet. And why was it so special? Because she understood to let the person shine and not, the dress and not the brand, whatever. Because brands don't make you more beautiful or whatever. Brands can enhance your beauty, absolutely. But it's you. This has to shine for you, whatever you wear. Next thing. So here's a little black dress, which we all know. Stay here. Beautiful. And then what she said, the next one, she said another thing. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Remember that. Coco Chanel. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. And that's very, very true for all of us. So look for it a little while. I don't know. I have to see. We probably need the next picture because then I remember. Okay. Oh my God. So if you see this this young woman, this young girl, look at it. Please all look at it. She came to me, New York City, Union Square in the agency, and she said, no, actually she was wearing a beige sweater, beige pants, and that's what looks already not so great. Some, I don't know what kind of shoes, and had a little portfolio with her of pictures. And I looked at her here, and you know what I wanted? I wanted to represent her. I wanted to manage her. Who would think about that? I didn't ask her, how tall are you, where you're from, what are your measurements, all the freaking modeling questions everybody asks if they don't know what to do. Because we always ask questions sometimes if we don't know what to do, even in business. So I knew what I wanted to do. I said, listen, I want to represent you. Besides, hi Thomas, she said yes. Next picture. And she became, the next picture, she became one of the most recognized faces ever on earth, Claudia Schiffer. But again, she said to me after 1 year, because it takes years and years, beauty doesn't happen like that and things like that. She says, you know what I thought? She gave an interview the other day. She said, Thomas, I thought you would send me home because you did a mistake. And I told him maybe I should have. No, because I had to deal with her mom too. So, so this girl, what did I see to her? And again, I'm going back. It's never a template. Like in business, guys, it's never a template. It's never a formula. Maybe later. It's always an instinct, always an intuition, a feeling, always. If you do a deal, whatever, here or wherever, it is a feeling. Not the biggest business plan doesn't mean anything. So then I met this photographer who put her on the lens and in the camera on pictures the way I envisioned her. So she saw her as a young Brigitte Bardot, the French actress, which was the biggest beauty idol in that time. And this picture made her a superstar, made Guest Jeans, the company, which was a little company, the brothers from Morocco, a super company, and the photographer became one of the best photographers in the world, just with one picture and one feeling and, one move. It is. So, since we are there, I'm buying some time. Keep on eating, but listening too. But look at this picture. This girl here, it's, you look at that and say, oh my God, she's like boring. But, no, what do you think? Yeah, everybody were turned down at one point or the other. But she was, I found her I had a TV show with a talk master, Thomas Gottschalk, a guy, a big talk show master in Germany. So and we was looking for the most beautiful model in in Germany. This girl won. Unbelievable, no? So what happened to her? Nothing, I guess. She, Heidi Klum, became one of the biggest money makers in history in modeling. She did Project Runway, Making the Cut. She did, all the other shows, some German shows, and on top of it, thousands of campaigns and so on and so forth. However, also, it took her, and maybe you could do the next picture on, when I got her the cover of Sports Illustrated, that's when her career started. Not because she has a great body or whatever, but then people looked at her and another one, and they could, then she could play her personality out. Because only because her personality, she became a star. Only. But she needed some breakthrough before you can change it. And so that's what's the cover which made her famous, but also her personality. Meaning that she had to wait years and years and years until she broke through. But she had it in her and she wanted to succeed. And now, look how a woman can reinvent herself at any age. Girls, here, at any age. I show you a picture now. 30 years later, with her daughter. Is that wonderful? 30 years later, with her daughter, how she reinvents herself. I mean, more power to you girls. Bravo, bravo. Um, I mean, this is now a thing in between because I have to look for the stuff. So, and this is something which has to do with us tonight. So I talked about this before when I saw that picture the other day, and that's when my mom called me. You see, look at your ears. I mean, look at your ears and look how you look. You look tired and this and that. If now I'm laughing about that. When we looked at the pictures everybody takes of us tonight, I guarantee you we're going to love about that in 2 or 3 years because we see our beauty, our looks totally different. Right now we think we are cool. I thought my tie was great, for example. But yeah, it's true. But we see our beauty. So now I guided you a little through the model world and what people can achieve and how important it is to be really yourself. Now the next move, and now that's very important. Now I need some papers, but it's important. Don't eat too fast. Um, um, okay, I have to find it. Okay. Again, in the pursuit of beauty, the pursuit of beauty is in everybody's life. Everybody's. I mean, that's what we do business with, that we strive about. That's why you put your little black dress on. That's why you show off more. I mean, you have makeup and stuff like that. And we know it, but we never admit it, really. So all what I said today is linked very much to what we're doing right now, because it's a mirror, the metaverse, between the physical world and the virtual world. These people were the ultimate influencers because they changed fashion all the time. I mean, when Claudia was out there, even the Barbie doll had to move over. All the designers had their measurements ingrained in there. I mean, all the measurements were only these people. We keep forgetting that. It's not the influencers we see right now. These were the real influencers for people, but for a beautiful cause, for beauty, for making people feel good. So now I'm taking my unique skills, whatever they are, but they are someplace, and I believe in them. And you have to believe in yourself somehow, right, Max? So to the biggest stage on earth, which is the metaverse. My vision and passion is to create opportunities to people, for everybody to shine, to have a much bigger chance. Because when I had the agencies, I was the queen maker, the king maker. If I was hungover in the morning and even a beautiful girl came in, I sent her away. That's how it is, because, and it's very subjective. I look at somebody and say, oh my God, she doesn't look good. And because I'm moody, maybe, I'm in a bad mood, and then we see people different, we fight, and so on and so forth. So we can redefine and express a lot of things in the real and virtual world. Now, I'm almost done. It's getting really, it's getting there with all these things. So the power of beauty is mesmerizing. Do we have that? Oh God, I'm already there. The, the perfect beauty is like the perfect deal. It does not exist, guys. It does not exist. And it would be, if it would exist, it would be really boring. Who wants to have a perfect deal? It would be boring. And then I would be suspicious, I have to admit. Most of the world is craving for attention and seeking attention. Most of the world. Even we are tonight. I mean, some of you got dressed up, some of you didn't. And so, so beauty creates attention and stories. Beauty is a tool for all kinds of endeavors, maybe even one of the most important ingredients for success. In my eyes, the metaverse can do so much on both sides for talent, for any kind of talent, because people, Facebook or Instagram, they don't own us anymore. You are your own. You can create your own dreams in there. You can be your own personality, but you have to do it in a very, very smart way. And I'm making it short because I have one very important quote, which I never remember because somebody wrote it for me. No, I'm kidding. Actually, it didn't, but sometimes things get in my mind, which, can you look at the last page? Yeah, we're losing momentum. That's not good. Yeah, by the way, here, I know it's not what I wanted to say, and I need this quote. There's a quote someplace at maybe 34, whatever. This is how the metaverse looks in this day and age. You even have to you talk to a real estate agent to get a house, an office there. A real estate agent. I mean, it's crazy, but everybody is already there, and we are the very first official talent agency in the metaverse. It never happened. There's no one else besides us. And we give it, that's the quote, and we give it the human touch. So let me tell you two things for the ending, and there's the last page too. My belief is, and I left a lot of stuff out, but it's good because you're hungry. My belief is that we need to do all we can to show people that inner beauty will shine even brighter than in the past through the virtual faces people are creating. And now I tell you why. No matter how we alter our virtual selves, no matter, what we cannot change are our souls and our personalities, which is the basis for all of us. Don't forget that. We will never change our souls and our spirituality ever. And usually when I end the speech, and even if they have the speech, can I have another picture? I say something to, I talk to a lot of younger people. Like I had a TED talk lately for younger people and stuff like that. What I say to younger people, next picture, is listen. And it's actually, it stands even for me. When you have a dream, chase it. Because the dream won't chase you. And I love you all, and thank you very much. And get up. And I could not have done that without Joe Battaglio. Hey! And you're all beautiful. I really love you. Look at you. Oh my God, magnificent. I mean, your husbands don't even know how sexy your girls are. They forgot I forgot, I'm dangerous. Thank you.
So listen, we've gotten into the whole thing of listening and eating, so we're good. So you're going to take a couple of questions, my friend. You're not going to get away with it that easy. You're not going to get away with it, because no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. What a showman! What a showman! So listen, thank you so much, and thank you, Joe, for introducing me to Thomas, because he's such a fascinating and fabulous person, and so forth. I've got a ton of questions, but I'm sure that you have a couple here. Daria, yes, here we go.
I'll try to be a soft cookie for this. Um, better for your teeth. Firstly, great presentation. It was very entertaining, so thank you for that. I'm curious to find out how you guys made it to the metaverse already. How did the story behind that?
The story is very easy. We didn't make it yet. No. Okay, we made it to the metaverse because it's a Web 3.0. I never talk about tech because the moment I talk about tech, you guys gonna fall asleep, and me too because I don't understand it. But we have people working with us. They really live in the metaverse. They live there. I mean, the IT people. They have their meetings in the metaverse and stuff like that. It still takes. It's still in the baby form, the metaverse. It still takes time, maybe a year, maybe two, but this will change everything because we're going to own everything. We're going to own our content. We're going to own our likeness. It's not like Facebook, they own us, or or Instagram or whatever. We are going to be, and especially you girls, your own boss on the metaverse, and I love that. And you can monetize yourself so much more. Let's say you go in the metaverse. You're a talent, an actor, actress, model. Um, you live in Singapore, which no one can travel right now from there, but you can be booked. Your avatar, your lookalike avatar, looks exactly like you. That's what I'm talking about. Can be booked for a Prada show, or you can attend a Prada show, or you can put some clothes on from some top designer, cost you maybe $5, and if people like it on the metaverse, you might decide to buy it in the real store. So you have so many more. Oh, even better, makeup. Everybody talks about makeup, all the women. So what makeup should I take? Whatever. If there's a top makeup artist on the in the metaverse, can tell you your avatar, your lookalike, who looks exactly like you, can tell you, listen, here, put this and this on, and you can see it. And if you might like it, you might buy it. Same with hairdos. That's terrible. You go to a hairdresser and they fuck you up afterward. It happens all the time. So sorry for the language. I'm a New Yorker. So but you can experience all that stuff, and then you can monetize your content. You can do your token. Here, where's the token guy? It's the token guys. The tokenization is big time, because people can invest in you. You have your presence there, so people can invest in you through smart contracts. And I mean, it goes a little too fast to explain that, but that's what we do already. We are going to have our first launch in 2 months. So we already have a lot of stuff, and yes. Oh,
All right, so Thomas is the entertainer, and I'm the business person. I will answer your question. So over the last, there you go. Over the last year, we've developed this process in a number of ways. We are both an aggregator and an innovator. Much of the technology we use exists today, and rather than try to recreate it, we have adapted it, partnered with people, and then overlaid proprietary and specific forms of software to take an ability to create a lifelike avatar that might take 3 years to develop the software. It's out there. So you have it. We take a photograph of you with your phone, and within seconds, we will give you your avatar. With that, then, if you want to get much more deeply into it, will send you to a booth where they can scan your entire body. And you will have, within minutes, literally, an avatar that looks, acts, and feels like you. Now, you can place it in the metaverse and manipulate it any way you like. We have that already. We're in the process of making it deliverable to the world. That's going to take us another 60 days to 9 months. However, today and within the next few months, we will be able to deliver all of the things that Thomas spoke about. But the most important thing that was actually the genesis of the project was your personal economy. Something that Thomas touched on that's the cornerstone to what we do. And that is to empower you to take your own content, your own economy that you create every day. If you post on the internet, if you take photographs, this all has some sort of value. We use artificial intelligence, algorithms, and a methodology by which to protect it, number one, which is the most important thing we can do with any of our content, but then give you the ability, not us, no one else. We tell you what it may be worth, and you'll say, great, I want to know I have that in my bank. But if you say then, I want to get paid for that, you, not we, choose who you sell it to. And in doing so, you then can get paid for it from an insurance company because you're a healthy person and you eat a certain way. They care about that information. If you have a certain lifestyle or a certain look about you, there's interest in all of that. So we try to do, I'm sorry? We don't buy. Oh, yes, what they buy, yes, absolutely. How you spend your time and how you spend your money, that's valuable to people. So all we do, which is in the cornerstone of everything, is we help you value your personal economy. We show it like a stock ticker, and you have your own page, and you decide when to sell it, if to sell it, and who to sell it to. No one else.
Why would anyone want to buy a lookalike avatar version of?
They don't buy the lookalike avatar version of you. That gets put into the metaverse, and you then decide how you would like to use it. So you might pay to put the clothing on. But then a major designer who helped us do that will sell you the clothing. So that's part of the personal economy that we generate. Where we monetize the data for you is through insurance companies, through advertising agencies, whoever it may be that cares about the same decisions you give every day to Facebook that they sell to advertisers, we now allow you to sell.
So what she's asking, why would do somebody in Avatar? Why, that's what you're asking, you know. I mean, you know, Generation C, Generation Alpha, that's all they do. The gaming industry. Here, gamer, where's the gamer here? Since 10 years already. Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite is one of the biggest games in the world. They buy guns there, they buy outfits there. Actually, they buy attractive characters there. That's the power of beauty again. And it's this is exactly the gaming industry.
It could be up to around 700 guns out there. It could be 1 million. So it's creating such their own ecosystem.
Yes.
And I can absolutely see what Thomas and Joseph are doing here, which is a fantastic thing. I can see this happening with makeup. Yeah, the lipstick, the shade of the lipstick is going to be not just one color or 4 colors that you might go and see in MAC or in Harrods or in Selfridges. It could be up to around 1,000. Now, the question is, why is that important? What that's giving you is the ownership back to us as consumers.
That's exactly
So we've had enough of the Web 2, where the decision makers and the old way is actually, and has been for the past 100 years, taking your data, your personal trust, your way of spending your money, but now you have a perception of enemy control. So Thomas, Joseph, fantastic, very good.
It's fantastic, and it's, yeah. Yes.
Right now, I think eventually no one's going to go into a store. They're going to go on the avatar. They're going to try the clothes on. That's why you would have an avatar. You don't want to go in the stores anymore. Look at online shopping. No one wants to go in the stores. So now you buy your avatar, correct? You go into a beauty salon, like Thomas said. How many times have we had our hair ruined? You put a wrong color. So now you're on the avatar that looks like you. You can try different hairdos. So now when you go into a beauty salon, you know what color you want. Or if you want to go into a store, you've tried on all the clothes, and then you can go in the store and buy the clothes, or you can go online. And I think that's
Guys, this is, look at Instagram. Mostly women, put every day like sort of beautiful pictures on it, whether on vacation, whatever, and who knows. But it's a sort of the same thing, only they don't own it. This is, and I'm telling all of you, and that's why I'm so excited, and I'm never gonna give that up. This is the biggest stage on Earth right now. Is the metaverse, and there's nothing coming around. Maybe it's not happening tomorrow. Maybe it's, but everybody wants to do on that. Here, the gamer knows it. The token people knows it. Everybody knows it. And I'm just appealing to young people, and because young people are the trend makers. It's not us here. We are not the ones who are going to play around. Yes, I'm going to be an avatar, so I don't have to talk to you in live right now.
Thomas, I have a question for you. So you clearly love women. You do. You love beauty. You love women.
I have to admit.
You do. Okay.
I don't know. Is it visible?
Yeah. So Plato was the first person to promote equal rights for women.
Yes, I do know.
And if we think about the happily married couples, of which we have many here, we have Giannina and Peter, we have Leah and Jack, we have Mickey and Dee, we have many, many others, Kostas and Sophia and so forth. What you notice about happily married couples is that the man treats his wife with respect. He recognizes her beauty and all the rest of it. So you have been a pioneer for 30 whatever years, however many years. You not only you took care of these young girls, and you understood their beauty, and you helped them become business women and so forth. How do we get more men like you that love women?
You don't want it's too much competition then for me. No.
No, but seriously, you know where I'm going with this. How do we this idea that the men that are out there that love their wives, that see the beauty, that see the equal rights. You did it. You helped these women become.
Yes.
How do we get more of that?
And that it's not how do we have to have more sex, of course, but but it's not only that, because it is very, very easy. First of all, you have to respect. Respect is the most important word for me in the world. It doesn't. You have to have respect for everybody. And then it's not how to create more people. You just educate the people. It's all about education, and that's what we do. Because what we do here, and actually, it's not a pitch here. I swear to God. I don't even believe in God, but but I have to say, we have the human touch. I'm creating something with Joe together and our fantastic young team, to give it the human touch. For me, what I know, to guide these people, to give them the tools to play with it, not to falter and not to get depressed. Because when you come back from the metaverse, there you're a beautiful girl. In the metaverse, you come back and you're an ugly duckling. So no, that's not funny, because that's horrible. If you think about that, because that's why I said the soul and personality will always us, not in the metaverse. But we are going to, and that's my passion, to millions of people, and I hope millions of people, because I empowered millions of women. Why can't we do that to get them, to guide them, to be the bridge, the getaway to the metaverse? So, and...
I have a question for you, Thomas.
En français,
Notre amitié franco-allemande est formidable.
Oh, no, c'est fini.
C'est fini. Now I have a question for you. You're talking about beauty, okay? And I talk about beauty also, about aesthetic. Let's put it this way. You talk about beauty, I talk about aesthetic. I always put aesthetic before function. And I come up with an idea. How many bankers we have here tonight? How many financial people? Can they lift their hand? Okay, it's already done. Tonight we're going to create the meta Kia of architecture with people. This will be fantastic. The first project in Greece, that will be a metaverse project for Kia into a fantastic place I've seen today. And I think, Julie, you can have here the 3D representation of metaverse of what your dream is. Because if we make it as a standing point, this is not an easy job, but it requires a lot of attention. And what I do since many years, I have been drawing a lot of drawings from the beginning and after the 3D came, and we had all kind of program in order to represent 3D functions and animation and everything. And you can see now that when we design, it's like a real thing. But if we design a place that will be completely metaphysical, because we are talking here about mythology, and your thing is between a dream and reality, okay? And architecture is exactly the same. If we create here a project that would be outstanding, that could be the first one in terms of tourism, organic tourism, bio and everything in the island, into a metaverse project could be fantastic. So here you are the decision maker here. So Julie, I think it's the next step of your project here.
But it's exactly right, bravo. But you talked about aesthetics, and a lot of people, because most of the people, especially our followings, they don't really have the money, or they live in Africa someplace, and so on and so forth, because we are approaching maybe millions of people. But I'm telling you one thing, aesthetic is extremely important. And to be attractive is for free. But remember that, to be attractive for free, because what does it need to be attractive? Just your own grooming. It doesn't matter wherever you live, and everybody can do it. Guys here too, by the way. So, no, it's true, and that's about aesthetics, and that's how it has to grow, in the same way like the metaverse grows. But it was a very, very, very elegant and good question. You're a visionary, and I love stuff like that. But we still need the human touch, guys, because otherwise we wouldn't be here. If we all would be on the screen, would be, I don't know, would not work for me. Even Zoom calls don't work for me, believe it or not, because it's not the same thing. You don't come over. People don't see the movements of your body and stuff like that. So the metaverse will never be us totally, and that's a good thing.
Okay, is there one last question for Thomas before we thank him?
Any other question about sex, about desires, about about seduction, about since it's getting late now?
Jack, we gotta let's.
Do you regret that you focused only on women and didn't bring some men into your group of people?
No, I represented a lot of men. Yes, of course I do. But men, so many things are much easier for men. For example, to get dressed. It's very easy for us. I have like 100 white shirts, and then like jeans and one suit, and I always wear the same. So it's really easy. But for all of us, I'm sure even tonight, what should I put on? Is that right? Is this? Oh, my lipstick, and then perfume. So no, I don't regret it. I just love women. I'd rather have women right now. If it would be men, I would do the same for men. But I'm not so good. I'm not so good with men. However, also another important thing, it's nothing to do with it. The smell is extremely important when you have an affair, if you have always a wife or whatever, or girlfriend, because that's one thing, like music sometimes you remember when you see these people again, or if you smell, you have been together with somebody, and years later, you smell the same at somebody, it brings like some memories back. So at one point, what I wanted to do, I'm sorry, it gets really, they're always afraid when I talk too long. So, like in TV, they always put the thing on in America, So I think a beautiful thing is if any woman, when they spend the night with their husband, with their, wives, with their affairs, with their mistress, whatever it is, it's when they wear the next day in the morning for breakfast their white shirt. That's the sexiest thing for a woman in any age. Let me tell you, we love it. And I always wanted to make a collection. Otherwise, that's why I have 100 shirts, by the way. But anyway, But I have 2 kids too. Don't worry. So But anyway, so there's so a lot of details in our lives, and I think we can give it to the people in a very subtle way. I mean, you know all of that, but we still have some things in our heads, and things like that. But anyway, thank you very much. I really love you. You're really great, and Thank you for listening to my things. Oh my God.
Thank you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Beautiful. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank
This was pretty good.
you. Thomas, thank you so much for sharing with us your vision of the of beauty, and I think we can all see why he was so successful in doing what he did and has done, and why for sure he's going to be successful creating Zach's the Zoomer super exam. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
of course, you hire marketing agencies, stuff like that, and, they ask unbelievable prices to come up with the name. At the end, the name doesn't matter if it works, in my eyes. However, I came up because my last name is with a C, so I thought, the super experience was a great name, but then our company is called Sex. So the other day I had to call the IRS because I needed a number from the IRS, and in America, and I have an accent, as you can tell. So she says, so what do you need? I said, I need an EIN number. And she said, what's the name of the company? I said, lady, I just need a number for sex. She says, excuse me, sir? I said, what do you mean? I said, for sex. If you do that one more time, I'm going to report you. Man, so it's in German it would be easier, it would be sex, but in America, but people remember that. You will always remember this name of this company now, Sex, and it's great, and has nothing to do with sex, So that's how we came up with that. Anyway,
Very good. Very good. Listen, would you all please thank Thomas for his interesting talk tonight? Thank you.